of this early game is going to be all about. It does look like a pretty decent Enigma game.
I'm very hyped about this game to see Moon Meander playing his Mirana. One of the better Mirana performances that I remember in a long time. It was during Stockholm Major. He completely popped off, getting Aghanim set one of the most farm position for Miranas I've seen.
He's very, very good at finding farm with that hero. Incredibly good at defending towers, killing off catapults. Like you mentioned, dealing with Enchantress creeps. Oh, some wards coming down early. Nigma yet again placing one on that kind of northwest side of the mid lane. And a sentry reveals the obs ward in the mid as well, de-warding the first one out of TSM.
This is a paradox.
A top lane small
buys another sentry, buys another Ironwood branch. GH wants to be able to potentially de-ward another one.
Oh, they're de-warding their own one. Oh, there's Dubu here with a sentry. He's not gonna do it. Observer ward killed.
This means that they planted it first, which did scout movement from TSM FTX, where they placed the ward, and yeah, they are gonna remove it.
And make sure there's no freebies there for Bryle at the very least. I'm trying to go for that top rune, Kuro, but there's a lot of TSM heroes there. So Nigma spreading a little further across the map as GH, well, he gets a stun and a snipe, steals the bounty rune under the nose of the TA. So 3-1 as Nigma get the upper hand this time around.
Last game, it was TSM FTX starting with 3 bounty runes, and this time around, it's going to be Nigma. Mind Control does have Urn of Shadows in his inventory. I love like even full Spirit Vessel from Enigma, especially combine that with Midnight Pulse. It's a lot of damage. Like, this always gives you a threat to kill people, even when the like BKBs are down. Dubu. This is the lane that I want to see. Paralyzing Cask. Not as strong as it was before against the summons in terms of stun, but yeah, damage is much better.
That's true, yeah. And kill him off pretty quickly. And Tomato had a couple of nice side blades in there as well. So Mind Control, first set of Eidolons, not really doing too much other than denying and trying to drag this wave back a little bit. As GH kind of slipping in behind, getting a bit of chip damage onto Tomato and denying the range creep. That was a very well-timed stun. Mid lane, though, Bryle pretty low on HP. Sumail sat at 4-1, Puck 5-0. Bottle's nearly there for Bryle as well. As it looks like Sumail with a ring of health. Is he going to go Battle Fury Monkey from the mid lane?
Looks like it. What's the build on Lone Druid? So yeah, he has Mask of Madness this time around.
Sorry, he was under tower and stunned. Loses a lot of HP.
I think he might go for Battle Fury, just by judging what he has in his quick buy. To be able to like scale much better, it's mostly about the lane matchup. And I don't remember seeing this matchup in a very long time, so I would straight up need to lie. But they definitely know better, and Monkey's doing well. 9-2, sorry, against 8-0 on Puck.
Yeah, doing very well. And so far, he doesn't need Bottle, doesn't need to grab these water runes in particular. Kuro did try and come top, but Moon Meander was a couple of steps ahead of him. He does come back into the jungle. Arrow down a large creep. But so far, Moon, he's had some problems with this Kuro Ench. Impetus and Nature's Attendant, so another little switch up in skill build there from Kuro. Getting a lot of harassment on the Mirana, which leaves Lone Druid in a straight 1v1. And Brewmaster so far...
Kuro does not care. He did not even want to put the point in Enchant to be more annoying against Moon Meander. He's like, oh, you want to arrow my creep? Well, I'm not going to get one.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, now Saberlight against the level 3 Lone Druid. Okay, Brew has free farmed for the first 3 minutes, but it's going to get much, much rougher as this progresses. And Dreamer Cell just putting that extra bit of pressure on with the double heroes he basically has in this lane. What's Mirana doing? She's just stacking and arrowing creeps, chasing the Enchantress around. Not entirely sure where she actually wants to be. Maybe lurk in the mid lane, look for an arrow on the Monkey King, because Sumail is at around half health. Could be an opening for them with the help of Brile, but down bottom, trade out again. Just harassment from Dubo and Tomato, expending all of the mana on the Witch Doctor to keep GH at arm's reach for now.
Mind Control is struggling. These casks from Witch Doctor are dealing well with Eidolons. And Tomato also. I was watching the bottom lane, Psyblade's good usage, so every single time Mind Control pops the mana conversion, they do die.
Yeah, they just go straight in, focus them down. Very, very nicely done by TSM. And Dubu, if he had just a little bit more mana there, if he had a Mango, he probably could have killed GH with that Maledict and a Cask. But the Cask, of course, like you've been saying, is there to kill off the Eidolons, the Carapace, the turnaround stun. GH pops the Fairy Fire, and he will survive. But that's another 150 mana, 30-second cooldown. No Eidolons for a long old time. 50-second cooldown even. Very difficult lane for Mind Control, and free farm completely for Tomato. 28 and 7.
I don't think so.
Having a spectacular time thanks to that Witch Doctor. Sumail gets his Jingo off. Down the strike to heal back up, but a nice little glyph on the creep wave there. Make sure.
Nice play there.
Only really hit
Still
the hero.
gonna be back to almost full HP. Farming underneath the tower. Does have Ring of Health. A couple of Jingu stacks. Does have a Fairy Fire. So they will need to bring an extra hero to kill this Monkey King, because has a lot of built-in region on him. Sumail.
Sure does.
Yeah. Let's check the net worth. He's up there with the Lone Druid, and now going for the small camp, because Puck was trying to farm it. Puck's Puck players just got way better at maximizing their farming the wave, stacking, and also nuking the wave at the same time. Now Sumail playing aggressive.
I'm getting some good hits in there. It looks like, yeah, he's committed for it. Cloak purchased up now, so he's going to go for that Hood. So it looks like not the Battle Fury, but more of an early tempo build from the Monkey King. Hood treads.
A bit disappointed.
Yeah, a little bit sad. A nice Carapace down bottom from GH. Make sure that Cask doesn't do too much. And TSM, that wants to get first blood. Kuroki clapped down by the Brewmaster. Thanks to this Moon Meander Mirana with the arrow. Nigma do get a bit of damage on that bottom tier 1, but Catapult is killed off. GH and MC have to come back to this lane, but it's way better this time around from TSM in the first 6 minutes. Setting themselves up for success.
Most definitely. They did manage to shut down Enigma on this bottom lane. There is Urn of Shadows. They want to get the charge, and it's going to be the first one.
Yeah, get Kuro down here. Kill off the Witch Doctor. Don't think Tomato's too afraid. He'll just body block up that wave, wait for it to come back in. Again, this puts Dreamer Cell in the 1v1.
Monkey with that Hood. Literally unkillable. Against Witch Doctor, Brewmaster, Mirana, even Puck, and Dreamer Cell on the top lane, forced to use his true form. Brewmaster does have ulti available, so if they want to make a move in the next like 30-35 seconds, they could potentially get a kill. And Monkey on a mid lane.
Well, there, go on him. You said literally unkillable if you cursed him. The arrow comes in, dodged out by Sumail. Bound the Strike's ready with a heal back up to full. He turns. Dubu, the one in trouble. And Sumail with a swing back in towards Brile and Moon, forcing the leap and the jaunt away. Courier not going to die to the Kuro Ench hits. But Nigma was so ready for that.
I could sense you mocking me there. You're like, yeah, now this monkey's gonna die. Then he gets a Boundless off with 4 points in Jingu, back to full HP. Had Fairy Fire available if necessary. Now with the Power Treads, things get even more difficult.
How could I ever doubt you?
Don't doubt me, Gary.
I shouldn't. My mistake. What happened again?
Not on this one. 1 out of 10 times, do not doubt me.
10% success rate. Well, TSM sees them coming. Jungle Ward and that bottom jungle does see Kuro as well as
big
Sumail.
Stacks being made by Moon Meander. Is he going to be able to stand that? There's way too many creeps. And yeah, Templar Assassin is going to be farming that.
Oh, they've caught out Dubu again. Yeah, Witch Doctor going to fall in that mid lane. And even though Tomato had a pretty decent laning stage, he's still level 5. And Bryle can't find the Lone Druid Bear, so Mind Control just going to put himself down bottom, shove that wave in consistently.
They
TSM
did
gonna
kill a lot of demonic conversions, but didn't get too much XP. Enigma did manage to deny a lot of those, and when they made that rotation on the mid lane, it did allow Nigma Galaxy to pressure the tower with Enigma. There's Enigma and Nigma in this game. So a bit confusing.
Just a little bit. We'll be fine though. TSM trying to get the top tier one. Kuro has the Ogre Frost Mage Vampire friend. Let's see if he can put the armor on the tower. Oh, he's going to go for the deny. Go for the deny. Oh my god, yes! Oh, what a player!
That extra 33 damage from Ogre Vampire Mage did manage to actually get it, and everyone seems really impressed about it. Kuro's like, yeah, just another day in the office.
What did he dropped the okay? Yeah. Well, I was super impressed. Beautiful little play there from Kuroki. Yeah, nice little turn of play from Nigma though, even though it looked kind of rough in that bottom lane. They've managed to get themselves into a decent spot. A good snipe on the top lane by Bryle. Didn't really need the help from anyone else. Just goes in, kills the Enchantress. But these wards, Dire have perfect vision down in that bottom portion of the map. They see three
everything.
heroes. And I think Mind Control, he wants the black hole, but Saberlight, he saw him coming. Goes with the primal split. GH is nearby, cycloned, and still focusing into MC with a magical nuke damage. They bring him down. Sumail realizes that's not where he wants to be anymore, so they'll have to leave the Nyx Assassin all alone here. Does get a good stun back on to Saberlight. Does he escape from this, though? I don't believe so. Another jaunt forward, the orb will connect, and Bryle finishes off another one. They see the monkey, they cut the tree. The coil missed, but they still find Sumail. His hood is ready. Doesn't have Wukongs, though. Trying to get hits onto Saberlight. No backup from the rest of his squad either. Trying to get this solo kill in a 1v3 scenario.
A bit of a difficult kill to get there on a Brewmaster who has 1500 HP, and Dubu, thinking about it, is level 6 with the Maledict. This could potentially bring him down. This also did reveal an Observer Ward that Dubu is going to get rid of immediately. Grimasoul, this time around, Hand of Midas and Mask of Madness.
Oh, wow. And then into the MKB. Even delayed his phase boots as well. He's a hero that we haven't really looked at or talked about for 11 minutes. He's had a very quiet time farming, hasn't he?
On top of the net worth, as well as Monkey King, who is still unkilled, 2-0 with that hood. I want to see what his next item is going to be. I wouldn't mind seeing a Diffusal Blade to pair up with Nyx Assassin's Mana Burn. Just to have an extra lockdown. Either that or Echo Saber. Like Echo Saber does, synergizes nicely. You can disassemble it, get a BKB after. Oh, another ward. They just got scouted. This smoke. Kuro has been on point with his vision.
Yeah, they see absolutely everything. So Sumail jumps across. GH out of Vendetta now, but trying to find a little hidey hole to sit in. And as this game develops, I'm starting to wonder about this Monkey King pick, because TA was the last one for TSM, right? Picking it into the MK, into Lone Druid. When Monkey King... Oh, they've got a catch. Leashing up MC, but he's running around and juking all the damage. Dubu's the one to get sliced by the Boundless. 2 seconds for Primal Split. Saberlight should have it ready. Pops his Soul Ring, goes on in with a black hole. Cancel. Oh, Mind Control, no! That's not what you want, but Bryle brought down by the Lone Druid and Kuro, while the Primal Split unable to really do much other than kill off GH. The Moon Meander in the invis. The tower has fallen. That's what Nigma wanted. Mind Control still being hunted down by Saberlight, but he's under tower and surrounded by 4. Nigma will just zone him out completely. Another kill for them.
They needed that black hole to connect like half a second earlier. Still, very good trade for Nigma Galaxy. Managing to take down tower, and also, which opens up the another entrance. And yeah, we're gonna see that again on a replay.
Oh, it was close, wasn't it? He's like, oh, he's gonna cast ulti. I'm gonna black hole him before it happens. Didn't work out for MC, but it did work out for Nigma overall, as they're still hunting. Moon Meander has to double leap away from this gank squad of doom.
It was a level 2 Malefice at the moment. That's why he was able to get it off. You know, sometimes even pro players do make these small mistakes mess up with the timing.
Wukongs.
Sumail scouting.
Straight onto Dubu.
Scouting, I mean killing.
And Coil misses again. Broyle having a bit of an off game, it feels like, on this puck. Some difficulties for him. Does have his Witchblade now, but it hasn't been easy travels. Now, Monkey King, I'm starting to wonder about this Templar Assassins game, because yeah, she's got 6,500 net worth, scaling decently. But playing into a Monkey, you mentioned the Echo, the Diffusal Blade, he's going for Radiance on Sumail. he's going for more damage over time. Refraction is not going to last long inside Wukong's.
That's a great adjustment. Because he thinks that he can get away with this. He is still very active, involved in 6 out of 7 kills, does have a hood, doesn't feel like he needs to be more tanky. And yeah, missed chance against the Templar Assassin, against the Brewmaster, Nigma.
Yeah, they maledict the bear. Well, he's going to resummon it, bring it back as the cask bounces in towards him. That is a beautiful Lone Druid skin. He's like he's an owl bear. He is an owl
he's
bear.
an albino polar bear. That's what he is. He also does have a name, Kai Sung. You need to name your bear. Like we've seen Ame having a name for his bear.
Setsu,
yeah.
We've got El Doge.
El Doge, yeah, there we go. You remember all of these correct things that we need to remember, but when it comes down to Dota interaction, then you're like, nah, that's not up my alley.
That's what you're here for. That's what
I know.
But
I'm just kidding, Gary.
I am struggling to remember Bulldog's Lone Druid name, though. I mean, it might not be relevant anymore, but I'm sure Twitch chat will remind us, because he was one of the first ones to name his bear and have it become popular, right? It's not Alfredo, is it? It's something like that. It is Alfredo. Thank you, producer. Yeah, okay. My memory kicked in. I accessed my mind palace for the Lone Druid Spirit Bear names. We found it in the end.
Galaxy will TP out. It's that easy. Managing to dodge another gank. Yeah, getting closer. Coil finally hits.
But then what? Nothing. Nothing at all.
Gotta hype it up, Gary. It did hit. 33% hit rate out of last
But they're still
3.
gonna lose heroes here. GH has the stun on Dubu. They're just getting picked off. TSM just can't find these openings that they need. Trying to make space in that top part of the map to push out. Moon and Meander getting jumped on, though. 1 leap remains. Trying to reconnect back in with the TA and the Brewmaster up top. But Nigma so good at getting out on the map here and even smoking to close the distance. Who are they going to find? Saberlight. He's already run back. Moon Meander in the trees. Look at how quickly Sumail moves. He is over the canopy hunting. Direward sees him. They know the Brew's there, but maybe a little too far away now.
Won't be able to close the gap. GH, no ulti. Mind Control still thinking about it. Smoked for another 5 seconds or so.
Oh yeah, get in there with the Warpine Raider. Primal Split is ready with his Aghanim Scepter, but the chain stuns in the black hole. Mind Control will make sure that not a single ult is used by the Brew, and he's dead for 40 with no buyback. So complete freedom for Nigma.
Mind Control does not want to risk anything, and Tomato's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, but they turn it. Now we come in with Bryle. Feared back. The call was decent. Tomato rooted up, though. The Entangling Claws and the Warpine Raider slaps him down, and Kuro claims another kill.
They did lose Sumail, but at what cost? They did manage to get the 3 kills out of that, farm their ancient creeps, and Dreamacell, again, 0 deaths in these 2 games combined, popping off. This is going to be another tower. I don't see TSM FTX defending this tower. Mind Control?
Yeah, might be in trouble now. Earns on him. Does get the Malefice into Bryle, but this orb, it'll connect. Finish him off while Saberlight, he popped the ulti to chase the bear. Oh, the Mask of Madness. He moves Phase Boots and Mom onto the hero to move faster. So Lone Druid gonna TP home. This does mean, though, gonna get the Lone Druid bear, it looks like. Slowed by the trap, caught by the arrow. And they've got the damage to bring it down the once, but there is a resummon on Dreamacell.
That's a really nice move. putting that phase boots and Mask of Madness, allowing him to get out of trouble.
And look at GH.
Top-notch stuff, yeah.
Oh, but he whiffs the stun. Don't look at GH. Turned around on Kuroki. Starstorm lands it on him. Moon Meander's going to snipe the Ench. And GH Cyclone. Yeah, the Brewmaster did get this additional ulti out. 2 charges used for this extended team fight. And they'll find themselves next assassin. Even with that carapace and turnaround stun, TA Trap will slow him enough to allow Moon and Bryle to finish him off.
Yeah, a bit of a feed here and there. A couple of unnecessary kills. Luckily, only 2 supports. Other 3 cores are getting the farm. Sumail about to finish his Radiance, 500 gold away.
It does mean that Roshan is dying quickly, though. TSM straight into the Roche pit. Tomato with his Deso and Meld. A ton of minus armor, and that's going to be ages for them. Nigma nowhere near.
Ooh, Dreamisol, maybe he can find him. Very close. Needed like half a second. He's so farmed. 11, almost 12,000 net worth to 19 minutes into the game. Full MKB again. I mean, it does work nicely against the Brewmaster and his mischance. And seems like he loves the item.
Yeah, absolutely does. And we're not far away from the Radiance now completed on the Monkey King. So that period of the game where it looked maybe a little bit rough for Nigma with TSM fighting back around that Aghanim's Brew split, it was waiting time for Nigma to get these bigger items up. You know, BKB Enigma, MKB on the Lone Druid. As a coil catches Monkey, he turns to fight, gets the boundless strikes up, but look at that damage! Meld with a Death Ward shreds through the Monkey. Radiance or not, you're dead. And Kuro left to his own devices in that Radiant Triangle, brought down by Tomato. TSM striking back hard.
Radiance effect, thinking you're invincible, and suddenly they just popping. Overwhelming damage from Templar Assassin. If you're not inside Wukong's command, like your armor's still high, but you're gonna get bursted. Also great synergy with the Death Ward, Witch Doctor ulti, which is physical damage still.
Works perfectly in unison together. Now Arrow on an illusion kills that off. Tier 1 mid, Catapult. Gonna help Tomato take down that Tier 1. Nigma not really in a position to respond. And ideally now they want that mind control blink to be ready, so they have the blink, BKB, Black Hole, all the Bs to try and find that big team fight catch onto Tomato or the Brewmaster. 3 minutes on that Aegis though.
A lot of farm. Aghanim Scepter done. I think it comes down also to him playing with Mirana, who naturally builds into Spirit Vessel, so you don't have to buy it, and that's a big chunk of gold when you're gonna hit your item timings. Aghanim Scepter done, 2 charges on a Primal Split, going into Refresher next.
Okay. So I would have thought he'd buy like an Aeon Disc or something here against the Black Hole, but he feels he's gonna be tanky enough. They've got ways
playing
to maybe
against
try
Enchantress, having
Right.
the Dispel ability, probably. I mean, he probably gonna get it as his 3rd item anyway.
That's a
But
good
wants
point.
to prioritize Refresher. Arrow? Ooh, barely misses.
Straight past the backside of GH. Lone Druid, Savage Roar, but the Death Ward will take down Kuroki. And again, it's TSM leading the charge. Finding a kill and looking to transfer it into an objective or a proper team fight. Arrow doesn't scout anybody. Nigma on that right-hand side, hiding in the trees. And there's no real way here for TSM to access the tower, so they're going to try and hold high ground. Clear Ancients, but Dreamocell, he's got different ideas about this. He starts the fight himself in a 4v5. The bear focus, though, and brought down. Does have the resummon. Trying to battle into this Primal Split. It's Sumail, Wukong's. Savage Roar again, but not going to land on anybody. Parking the back lines. They find Dubu. Bryle trying to hunt for mind control.
Bear's gonna
and we're
die
still
again.
waiting. BKB Black Hole's ready. Mind control. He was closing the gap and looking for it, but the Lone Druid, Dreamocell, Savage Roar again. He's speedy, but the trap will slow him down. Another Pebble ready in a second here as Moon Meander leaps across the trees and picks him off. Monkey King on the
Big chunk
tree
of gold
tops.
for TSM. Killing 2 bears and also the main bear, which is kind of a side quest here.
And GH being turned on. Arrow. Carapace will turn it around. They've got TA and Brewmaster on his tail. Spirit Vessel doing a great amount of work as well and giving Tomato this killing spree.
Overtime damage. You do have Cinder Brew, Spirit Vessel, and also Moon Meander holding a Fey Grenade. And Monkey was off to such a good start, but those 2 deaths did also cost him. And he doesn't feel as comfortable coming into a fight next time around without having a BKB. Also, we didn't talk too much about the Witch Doctor. We did hype it up during the draft, but we can see the full potential of the hero. The Paralyzing Cask and also using Maledict on the Spirit Bear. The bear just melts.
Yeah, so they've got a good amount of nuke damage, don't they? Puck, Mirana, even the TA is physical nuke damage, bringing that bear down very quickly. Yeah, Nigma trying to tank up now to try and deal with that just raw power that TSM are bringing. A hood being built up by the Enchantress. Wants to go in the Vlad's next for that bonus. Aura as well. BKBs need to be brought up. You know, the Monkey King wants it. But it really still is this waiting game for MC's Blink. 100 gold remains. Because he hasn't used this BKB black hole yet. It is still that threat. And now
We
it's...
see black hole, but BKB is not being used. Templar Assassin having a 9-second BKB. Monkey King still needs some time to farm it, and as you said, Enigma also not popping his, and this is a big timing. I think they should push the wave and try to go for a smoke, get something done, because there are no abilities that can stop the black hole from getting off in a fight.
Yeah, it's got to be time to go. Lone Druid clears out the bot wave. Mid getting shoved by Eidolons, and the Monkey King can think about that as well. So Mail is going to go scout up top, though.
Question. Do you think Moon Meander will buy a Basher on Mirana after finishing Raid Pact? I'm going to say yes. Because you want to have something. Like, Puck doesn't buy into Basher, neither does Templar Assassin, and you want to have something to stop this black hole from going off. But,
sure. We've seen stranger things. Was it Fishman buying Basher a couple of times on Clockwork at the Major? Yeah, why not go for a Mirana Basher? Oh, Puck being eyed up, though. GH. He must have been silenced before he got the carapace off. Not able to find Bryle. No more Aegis on the TA. 1 minute until fast spawn on Roshan. So that's why we see both teams having a bit of a standoff around the pit. They want to get vision down. Get these wards into triangle for Nigma. Because currently TSM doesn't have any wards on the map.
Vision is overrated.
Nah, it's not.
They do have one observer ward on Dubu, and that's about it.
I do have a gem on Bryle as well, so they could go and remove a lot of this vision as well at the same time. Do we know... yeah, production's on point. There's a Philosopher's Stone missing on TSM's side, but Dreamer Cell spots the smoke, sees them coming.
Gotta find the big boy Philly. I see Nyx Assassin
He
holding
stole it.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big.
That's TSM's. Yeah. Jumping in. Bryle wanting Kuro, but unable to connect with the arrow, so Moon Meander unfortunately missing out on that attempt.
Right back done on Mirana. This is gonna be 30% damage reduction in the middle of a team fight if they don't manage to kill it. They do have like Enchantress, Lone Druid with the bear, ton of attack speed, so if he sees it, definitely gonna go for it.
And a pretty quick Roche spawn. He's back in 5 seconds. This is ideal for Nigma if they can scout it out. The Eidolons expire before they give the vision in the side. Go on, GH. Poke your head around the corner. See the big man waiting for you. They would love to get a catch first, though. Kuro's going to wander up staircase. Tagged by the Maledict. A couple of traps as well. And Bryle, 3-man coil. Moon Meander, he wants to get in here, focusing on Kuroki with the primal split. Where's Mind Control, though? Keep eyes on him. Still has the Blink Black Hole ready. But TSM doing a great job, just kind of poking, prodding, jumping in, killing Ench, forcing the Monkey BKB. And Roshan is still available to them.
Good opening. Using a coil, managing to land it on 3, but there was no real follow-up. They needed Templar Assassin to lock onto one of these targets and like immediately delete it. Still holding on to BKB. 9-second BKB on Tomato. Full Hurricane Pike as well, so we'll be able to like potentially break the coil with it, which is also nice, but also save himself from the Lone Druid. I think that's the big one. He wants to keep the distance.
Well, Nigma wants in. Dreamer Cell sends the bear forward. Mind Control with the black hole. Finds Saberlight and the Brewmaster. He's
good
down.
Sideblade.
MC still dead, though. The Sideblades in the Death Ward finding the kill while Broil looking for the next assassin. Tomato being focused by the bear. Gets the Savage Roar off. Dreamer Cell needs this. Entangling Claws, but the Pike pushes the TA away. Moon Meander will drop in the end to the... Oh, no, he won't. He wants up, he leaps out. Another coil this time from Broil, hunting down Sumail. And Enchantress follows him to the grave. This is going to be a full
team wipe eventually. They need to chase him down. He's super speedy, 400 move speed. All right, they're going to leave him alone. Instead, go inside the Roche pit. Spirit Bear kind of killed Enigma there because... Tomato did find a really good angle and did manage to kill Enigma immediately. And this Roshan belongs to TSM FTX, which means the Templar Assassin will be picking up both Aegis and the Shard. So you will have a silence. This Shard is extremely good, especially against hero like a Nex Assassin. He still does have a Yule Scepter to be able to dispel the silence, but like you can't have it all the time. And yeah, we're gonna see that replay once again and check Tomato's positioning. Blinks in,
oh yes,
understands what the job is, and gets stuff done. Also, the rest of the team is keeping the distance away from the Wukongs. So this is like a zoning tool, but they're not getting anything done with it. And yeah, beautiful cast.
Yeah, it was like a beautiful game of give and take by TSM. Like everything worked out very well for them, and it goes back to that first coil by Broil, right? Even before that fight started, he jumps in, coils 3, forces Monkey King to BKB, and they're trying to do this kind of bait play, right? They bait Nigma to try and start a fight where it's not really advantageous for them. And I kind of feel like Mind Control has the call or has in his mind, I need to black hole the Brewmaster. So I saw the tips from TSM onto Saberlight, and I'm assuming as GH is going to get caught and killed here. I'm assuming that Saberlight's just like, I'm going to tank black hole. If I die, I die, but that's going to give the rest of the team so much space to do the damage they need. Because black hole and Wukongs were both on that Brewmaster. And they didn't really need him. A couple of supports falling, Witch Doctor dead. Mind Control jumps in mid, but it looks like Broil gonna be able to jaunt away to his orb. And now Saberlight gets to use his ulti. Straight in with a 3-man coil again. Monkey has to BKB up, but Nigma losing heroes so quickly while Dreamer Cell does turn onto the split. But this allows the TA to keep her distance, focus into the Lone Druid Bear. Sumail, he can't get into this fight. Stuck in his own Wukongs for now as they Savage Roar up the puck. Eon Disc and the phase shift. A bit of space for Tomato again. Oh, he pikes down to low ground. Into Dreamer Cell we go. Does have a resummon, but he doesn't want to use it. The bear dead. And Sumail, he's in trouble now. Tomato still has this Aegis and shreds through the Monkey King.
And they found another one with the Cyclone.
Kuroki's Enchantress. This looks like it might be just be game over. Tomato
doing way too much. He pops the refresher, has another 2 charges. He's in perma mode, like he's in perma split mode.
Just keep going for it. Dive Fountain, why don't you? Kill off GH. Another team wipe for TSM. A glyph up there, tier 3s. But Enigma Galaxy at this point, they've been broken.
Brewmaster is just doing way too much. Saberlight, we can call him, you know, when he plays the Brewmaster. Beautifully done. Not afraid to use Primal Split immediately when the fight starts, and but they popped the glyph already. So 40 seconds without Lone Druid. He's really struggling with dealing damage. Did pop the Savage Roar to try to get himself out of the Cyclone, but then again, another Cyclone comes through. Nigma, they have one more fight potentially, because Yeah, check mind control. He's smoked, ready to go.
He is going, oh, but no. He blinks in too early. No BKB, and he's dead. Oh, dearie me. They had one chance, and that's it. Wukong's from Sumail, but the throne is exposed, falling here to the TA. I mean, maybe. No, maybe. GG, it's over. And TSM tie things up.
Nigma is a team that it's not gonna call GG until the throne falls. You remember that game against Alliance when Miracle played Arc Warden. You know, stranger things could happen.